everyone, we are live today on YouTube. Yes, we are live, and this is Technicolor Mike B bringing you episode number 2 of the Technicolor Mike B show live on YouTube. Now, trying something new, moving over to YouTube. For the past two and a half months, I've been recording a daily video on Facebook, and I thought I should do it on YouTube. It's a better platform for posting videos and sharing with people around the world. This is my second video of the Technicolor Mike B show on YouTube. Yeah, I have other videos on YouTube, but they are a different format. So this is the Technicolor Mike B show. Now, my typical style of doing videos on Facebook was always, I start with a face paint design that is the inspiration or theme for the day. And today's face paint design was a cat, purple and some blues on it. I always take pictures of the design, post them on Instagram under my Technicolor Mike B account on Instagram, so you could find all of my face painting designs on Instagram. And then I just sort of fill the rest of the show. Some of the show is for jokes and other things related to the day's theme. Some is just chit-chat about what's going on, what am I doing, have I been out of the house lately, just stuff like that. So we are the 4th day of June, and it is Thursday. That means we have one more day of the week until the weekend. Now, Northern Virginia is still in phase 1 of reopening. I don't exactly know what that means is opened or closed. I haven't really tried to go out and do anything different from what I've been doing for the last 2 months. I basically visit the grocery store once a week. I've visited, went out for lunch Tuesday, might go out to lunch 1 or 2 days a week. I've made a trip to the bank or the post office, a few other errands during the week, but for the most part, I don't go anywhere, and my job is allowed us to telework, so I'm saving about 2 hours of my day where I'm not sitting in the car, and that means I'm actually finding opportunities to sit in the car again, because it's really not good to leave your car idle for 2 months without driving it. I think in the 2.5 months, I guess 3 months, like next week it'll be 3 months. I've driven 200 miles. Normally I drive almost 300 miles a week, so yeah, that's a lot less driving. So I'm just trying to get out in the car a few days of the week, get the car moving, just keep the critters out from being able to nest in it because the car is sat too long, and trying to keep the battery from dying. So that's sort of where I am. If you don't know me, for the last several years I've done face painting. Usually every few weeks I'll do a design or two and post them on, usually just originally Facebook for the friends to see. The last few months also adding them to Instagram. And my big push for face painting each year was October, where I do my 31 faces of October and try to do post a face paint design every single day during the month of October with a different animal, monster, character, superhero, abstract design every day. And March 17th was like the first day I was staying at home, and I did a design, and I thought, hey, it would be fun if I record a video. A photo lets you see just a still picture. just that angle. And a video shows, I could show more sides of the face and the design and how it moves and interacts. So I thought a video would be fun, and then over the weeks the videos got longer and I started throwing in jokes, and I tried a few karaoke songs and other stuff here and there. So that has been the format of my shows, and I'm thinking of trying for this month. My focus is less on jokes and more on doing a balloon that matches the day's face paint design. If you don't know me, I am a balloon twister. I'm also a face painter, a clown, and other things. But I do balloons. For years I've done kids' night at a local restaurant, I've done birthday parties, I've done corporate picnics and other events. So I like playing with balloons, and I like doing semi-fancy. Now there's balloon twisters out there that will wow you with huge 20 balloon sculptures. Mine, I tried to keep, especially for events, 2, 3, 4 balloons. So a little bit simpler, but not just your one balloon dog and your one balloon sword. Mine are almost all at least 2, usually 3 balloons. So I figured I would make a cat balloon. This is not as much a tutorial on how to make a balloon or twist a balloon or do a cat out of a balloon, but just an opportunity for me to occupy some of the time while we can chit-chat about other things, and you can sort of see how quickly a balloon can come together even while I am talking. I do have a few cat jokes. One thing I like when I'm doing events with kids, if it's not too loud, sometimes there's a big DJ or band or something else playing, and it's really hard for me to talk and hold a conversation with a kid. But if they ask for a design, I'll tell a joke about that animal or something related to that design, or I'll ask them, like if they're wearing an obvious uniform, to me it's like, all right, you're clearly, you're either heading to or coming from a basketball game. Well, just to have fun, I like to just joke around with them and ask them if they hit any home runs. Obviously, you don't hit home runs in a basketball game, but that's the fun part. And then I'll say, oh, so you're on the tennis team then, or just sort of make up, try to come up with as many activities that aren't the right answer, just to have fun. Just my sense of humor is the bizarre. I always think if there's a word with an I in it, there should be a similar word with an ear and a nose and a mouth in it. So like interstate or I-95, there should be an ear 95 or a nose 95, but there's not. Why? What's up with that? Just crazy ways of thinking tangentially. So, some of my cat jokes that I collected for today. Why did the kitten go bowling? Yes, you know, little kittens, they like to play and roll around, and this little cat wanted to go bowling, so it went over to the local lanes and went bowling. Well, that little kitten wanted to be an alley cat. Yes, an alley cat who goes bowling with the gang. What did the cat say on the cell phone? Yes, that cat was playing with your cell phone. I don't know if you have a Apple or an Android or which phone you have, but it was playing with your phone and it was talking to all of its friends, and the first thing it said, "Can you hear meow?" Yes, the cat little said, "Can you hear meow?" Yeah, just like the phone commercial, "Can you hear me now?" Why Was the mouse afraid of the water? Yes, the mouse was afraid of the water because it saw a catfish. Yeah, and if a cat can fish, it might also want to catch a mouse. So here we are. Yeah, I got all my windows blocking my window so I can't see. But here's where we are on the cat. We have most of its head and part of a stick left. So we can give this cat a body. It's usually about this point the kids will tell me, oh, I can see it, I can see it. It's like, oh, it was invisible until now. And like, no, I know what it is. Well, of course, you asked for a cat, so I hope you know what it is. So what happened to the cats that ate a ball of yarn? Yes, it was playing around and accidentally swallowed that ball of yarn that it was playing with. Well, it wasn't long before it had some mittens. Yes, that cat had some mittens. That's what happens when you eat a ball of yarn, you get mittens. Why are cats good at video games? Yes, cats are really good at video games. Well, it seems they have 9 lives. Yes, even if the game only gives you 3, cats got 9. Don't know how they do it, but even in video games they get 9 lives. So there's the body of the cat before we attach the head. Now, if you're interested in doing balloons, all of my balloons are from, or most all of them are from Qualitex. The balloons come in different sizes. The standard twisting balloon that most people start with and use are the 260s. That means when they're inflated, they're 2 inches in diameter, and they, if they're fully inflated, they are roughly 60 inches long. So 260, 2 inches diameter, 60 inches long. They make a skinnier balloon that they call a 160 because it's only 1 inch in diameter and 60 inches long. I didn't show you as I was drawing the face. And they make, depending on the brand, Qualitex has a 350, which is 3 inches in diameter and 50 inches long. So there is my quick 2 balloon cat. It took me 3 balloons to make it. 2 purples or lilacs, I think, and the off-white ivory. I forget exactly what the color is called. And what I do when I do balloons, if like a kid asks me for a cat, I will make them a cat, but I usually pick the colors, and I obviously picked purple because I did a purple cat. I could have done a blue one because I was wearing a blue shirt. It's just whatever. If they haven't asked for a color, I will pick the color for them. Sometimes I look at my bag and say, oh, I'm really running low on purple, so this cat is going to be blue or orange or yellow because I have more of those colors. So that's my technique of working with what balloons I have, and if they didn't specify a color, if they told me specifically that I wanted a pink cat, a yellow cat, a red cat, I'll make it that color. But there'll almost always be 2 colors. There are light blues and dark blues, and there's a darker purple, so I could have done with a dark purple. If I did this with a dark purple, the light purple would have been the face, and the dark purple would have been where the lilac is. because I like to make the lighter color whatever the facial features are, because if I'm going to draw whiskers and a face and eyes, they're easier to draw on the light colored balloons, because I usually just have a black or blue marker with me. Oh, and we haven't finished our jokes yet. Where do cats write their notes? Well, if a cat's going to leave you a note, it will probably do it on a scratch pad. Yes, just a scratch pad. And why was the cat afraid of the tree? Well, it was afraid of the tree because of its bark. Yes, that tree had a nasty bark, and it scared the cat away. So those are just a few cat-related jokes. Something that I might be able to use when I'm doing an event and twisting a cat balloon. Sometimes, yeah, like I said, I have a weird sense of humor with things. If they ask for Iron Man, I will sometimes sing the Spider-Man song, or put the Iron Man words to a Spider-Man song, like Iron Man does whatever an iron can. Yeah, I don't know what an iron can do. Or I will relate him back to my childhood when they had the Richie Rich show, and he had a robot named Irona, and Irona was a maid. She did the cooking and the cleaning and the laundry and stuff like that, and so I always tell the kids, if they want the Iron Man balloon, that oh, you have a lot of laundry for it to do, and you have to do fold the clothes up neatly, and like, huh? Parents get it, but see, sometimes that's the fun thing about humor, is the kids think you're just crazy, and the adults, they get the tangential jokes. So yeah, that's sort of my way of entertaining myself and the people around me while I'm doing balloons or other events. And a lot of people know when they invite me to an event, if I'm busking, if it's a charity event and I've offered a steep discount or something, I usually come with my face painted. I do have a clown character, but I like coming as a cat or a dog. There's one of the local schools I've done a lot of events for. Their mascot is a tiger, so I like to go with a tiger face. Different events, if there's an animal or a design that fits the theme of the event or the holiday, I'll choose a design based on that. So yeah, I do show up a lot of events with a face paint design like this, because I think it's a fun thing to do. And if I am also doing face painting, to me, face painting, there's a lot of people think it's for the girls, and obviously I'm not a girl, never was, probably never will be, but I think they could be just as much fun for the boys, and they just need to see some cool boy designs. So if I come to an event with a tiger design or a ninja turtle design or a skeleton or something, that shows, hey, there are other designs that aren't just butterflies and unicorns to choose from. Not that boys haven't chosen butterflies and unicorns, but sometimes you need to entice the kids with designs that fit their personality types and interest. And boys like superheroes and digging in mud and different things. Yes, there are girls who like that stuff too, but boys and girls have different interests, and they have different cartoon characters that they might like more than the others. So yeah, I think that showing up, it makes me stand out from the crowd. I'm not just your average parent, not that the guy with the mohawk wouldn't already stand out in the crowd. I've been lazy, sometimes it's been blue or purple mohawk, but since I haven't gone anywhere, I figured why do all that damage and bleach the hair just to color it for myself. So it's just brown, its natural color. They don't see it that color often, but yeah, I like to stand out in a crowd, and that's why I chose the name Technicolor Mike B, because I'm a little bit more colorful than your average person. So that is a little bit about me and about the Technicolor Mike B show and the kinds of things I've been doing on Facebook, and now trying to move it to YouTube, where there is potentially a larger audience, since YouTube is not just connected to the 30 people who I call family and close friends, or the other hundreds or so people that are my extended contacts. Anyone can watch the video on YouTube, and I can share it back on Facebook for the family and friends to still see. So we've come to the end of today's episode of the Technicolor Mike B show. I hope you enjoyed it enough to come back and watch again. Here is the cat balloon that we were making. Now I know it really wasn't a tutorial. I didn't show you how it was made. The camera's not really set up for doing watching the balloons being made, but maybe you still enjoyed seeing the balloon. So long, farewell, auf Wiedersehen, and goodbye. Try to get out there and do something fun, because there's a lot of stress going on with, first it was the COVID-19 and the stay at home and safer at home, and now things are starting to reopen, but there's been curfews because of the protests and all that stuff. So yes, all that, the protest and the message is important, but I think you still need to have a release valve and do something else to just escape from that for a little bit, and that's what I hope that my video does, because it does it for me, and I hope it does it for you too. So see you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. This is Technicolor Mike B signing out. Until next time, when I'll probably have another face paint design, more jokes, and things to talk about.